Hey guys, what is going on? It's Jake, aka Parky1 here, and welcome to another episode of my Fleetwood Town career mode. Now we're coming to the business end of the Premier League, the Football League, in this episode, and literally I think we have one more episode after this. But in this episode, we are literally going to show goals, and that is it. And as you may have seen by the title, we are in the St. Johnstone's Paint Trophy final as well in this episode. So let's just get straight into the commentary. So the first game is against Swindon Town. And the first goal actually came just after the half-hour mark, with Antoni Sarcevic breaking through, and the keeper really should have done better. I can't actually pronounce the name of the keeper for Swindon Town, but for some reason, he really needs to sort his hands out there, because, as you can see there, easy play through, and for some reason, the keeper couldn't save a thing. But here we go. Jimmy Ryan playing for Antoni Sarcevic. Sarcevic playing it back to Jimmy Ryan, and Ryan slotting it right into the back of the net to make it 2-0 just before the half. And literally we were playing against bottom of the league. These are 24th in League One, so it would have been a travesty if we actually lost this game. But we go into half time 2-0 up with Jimmy Ryan and Antoni Sarcevic as our goal scorers. So we're going into the second half here, and they actually managed to get a goal here as Nicky Jose crossed it into John Obika, and Obika absolutely dominates our centre-backs, and they actually get a goal back, which I was really annoyed with in the beginning, but looking at it back now, it wasn't really going to change much, considering it was the first goal. It was 66 minutes in, we already had the game under control. I think that was one of their first shots of the entire game. But anyway, in the 84th minute, Calvin Phillips played through Devontae Cole, and Devontae Cole does what he does best with those cross-keeper finishes, and he slots it right in between the keeper and the post, and the keeper actually manages to get a touch on this. So obviously, the keeper was really close to actually saving this, which is worrying, but to be honest, with a finish like that, you just gotta love it. But then the keeper came up for a 90th minute, an 89th minute corner, and we had to take advantage, didn't we? So we were running down the wing with Devontae Cole, running at the same pace as the keeper, passed it into Antoni Sarcevic, and Antoni Sarcevic tries the long range shot, and just I'm not being funny, that was a decent finish considering it was an open net. That finish went straight into the middle of the goal. And that's actually how the first game finished. And Swindon Town 1, Fleetwood Town 4, and we were well on our way to the title. And the second game is against Oldham Athletic. And obviously, this episode's going to be running on quite long, even though it's only goals. As last episode showed in the Capital One Cup final, that episode ran about 20 minutes long. Just because of the final, because I wanted to actually push it along quite far. But yeah, again, this will be the exact same, but just goals edition, with the St. Johnstone's Paint Trophy final. And the first goal came for Fleetwood Town in the 18th minute, with Devontae Cole running through the Oldham defence like it wasn't even there, and slotting it just inside the near post, and Coleman really didn't stand a chance there. Because here we go, we have two passes, really clean. Sanogo actually gets the assist. Vimara Sanogo yet again proving that he's definitely worthy to play in this team. But Danny Andrew was ran out of position there, and for some reason, that Oldham striker managed to jump above all three of the players that we had inside the box, and they actually equalised within the first half, just after the half-hour point. And you can see there, it's against Kedziora, so I don't know why my centre-backs weren't there, but I'm not questioning it, I just carried on. And Devontae Cole got a little bit lucky there, just on the 45th minute, as the defender has a travesty, a tragic piece of defending there. And you'll see it again here, as the ball's passed through, and for some reason, the defender tries to tackle, he can't actually get the ball off Devontae Cole, and Devontae Cole takes it off him, and finesses it right into the bottom corner to make it 2-1. And that is how we went into the half. 2-1, Devontae Cole with both our goals. And Jimmy Ryan here in the 79th minute playing through Kuomya. And Kuomya with his brilliant finishing after training it up it is absolute perfection by the youngster. I think he's still 19 years old, and he is actually one of our best players in the side at the moment. I know he doesn't get a lot of game time, that's because I'm trying to train him up, and training actually takes a little bit of energy out of the players. But I wanted to include this right at the end because I was actually quite worried, thinking that Oldham were actually going to come back into the game, but luckily that shot was, it wasn't way offside, it was literally just millimetres, and I'm so glad it was, because Oldham would have come back, they would have pushed right until the final whistle, but luckily that was offside, and that was the end of their attacks, as we win the game 3-1, Devontae Cole with a double, and Kiwami with the final goal. Now we're going into our next game against Rochdale, and this is our third game of the episode, and I actually had high hopes of this game, considering that Rochdale are in the top 10, I think. I think they're in the top 10 of the league. And I was expecting quite a tough game, considering that from 2nd to 10th is a really tough, point gap. A really small point gap, but are you ready for all these chances? Because that was all of them for the first half. That was literally it. I think I skipped out on one shot, and you'll see here, yep, one shot which was off target anyway, so you wouldn't actually want to see it anyway. And there's the full-time whistle. That game was honestly the worst game I think I've played on career mode thus far. And there you go, there's the exciting moments of the game. The match highlights is Ashley Easton got a yellow card in the 54th minute. But here is the main event. We're at Wembley Stadium once again for the Johnston Paint Trophy final against Notts County. And we're going in with a very, very strong team. I decided to play Sonogo over Ball in this game, considering that he's our cup hero. And I just wanted to play him. And you'll notice that Johnson and Nilsson are actually back in the side. Both of them actually fit again. So that is a really big boost to the side. But I noticed as soon as I put them in, they weren't the best. They obviously, the form wasn't there yet. So it might take a while for that. But the first goal came within the first 10 minutes. As Phillips plays through Vimara Sonogo. Sonogo plays a through ball to Devontae Cole. And Devontae Cole with his cross-keeper finishing yet again. And it doesn't matter what tournament he's in, how much pressure's on him, who we're against. Devontae Cole always comes up with the goods. And there you go, the keeper doesn't even get a touch on this one, as it is absolutely perfect. And Roy Carroll is embarrassed. And he embarrasses him yet again as Devontae Cole runs down the wing. Literally embarrasses the whole defence. And just does another cross-keeper finish. And makes it 2-0 before the quarter of an hour mark. We were 2-0 up in the St Johnstone's Paint Trophy final, within 15 minutes. And I must remind you, I've not turned down the difficulty whatsoever. The difficulty is constantly being on world class since about episode 4, I think it was, when I actually upped the difficulty. And I actually accidentally skipped past the half-time graphic, so here is the actual stats of the first half. And here we go with the final goal of the game, as Sarsevic's playthrough here, and what a shot this is, as he does it near post. Roy Carroll doesn't stand a chance. The defenders didn't stand a chance actually keeping that away from goal. And we are 3-0 up in the Capital. No, not, I almost said the Capital One Cup final. And the St Johnstone's Paint Trophy final. I keep trying to say it so I actually remember. But here we go. That was the last instance of the game. And you'll see all the fans are going ballistic yet again. There's not that many people in Fleetwood. So I don't know where they found all these people from. Apparently we've got a massive following from somewhere. And yep, we have won our second trophy of the league already. 2 trophies in the first season is not bad going, considering that we're on world class difficulty, and we were actually deemed to actually either finish mid-table or actually go down, with the team that we actually have. But to be honest, we've done the best that we could with the team that we actually have. We've brought in quite a lot of lone players. We've actually boosted quite a lot of youngsters. We've actually got one youngster that's ready to come in for next season. It's called Francesco Gozzi. I know I've actually shown him off before, but yeah, he's ready to come in next season. He'll be a 70+ rated player, so he will fit in with the championship straight away. But here we go with Jimmy Ryan, with Kiwami right behind him, and we lift the St Johnstone Paint Trophy. Number 2 on the silverware chart. And oh yes, like what are we gonna do next? I mean, literally, I think the first game of next episode is going to be the semi-final of the FA Cup. So yeah, we are going for yet another trophy. And I think if I'm right in saying, I mean, as well, before this game we actually won League One, but we didn't actually get a graphic for it. Like, we didn't get a single graphic because I think we are 18 points ahead in the league already, and I think it's actually impossible for anyone to actually catch up, and we have actually won the league. So yeah, let's just watch them celebrate as they go in for another group photo. And I think that's Amari Bell and Ryan there jumping like madmen. But yep, yet again, like last episode, we're not going to finish on the cup final because we have plenty of games to like go into now. And we actually have to finish, well, my plan is to finish the season this week. So, as you notice, the first episode of this career mode came out, well, should have come out on Monday, but it actually came out yesterday. So yeah, we've actually got that episode already out. We're bringing out this episode, and we're bringing out what I think will be the final episode on Friday. So yeah, this season will be done like by the end of this week. But against Walsall, we actually go behind here as I think it's Aaron Chambers absolutely demolishes our player. And yeah, I don't know what our defence was doing there, but Chambers absolutely demolished them, like with a 1-2 passing with Sawyers, which will be coming. That player will be coming to us in July, and you'll see here a nice 1-2 pass there. He actually demolishes Joe Davis and absolutely bangs it right into the side netting. And that was it for the half. Like, literally one goal in the first half. It was back to like the starter up days with the world class difficulty, and it was literally one goal in the half. But yet, in the 89th minute, David Ball cuts inside and we win a penalty on the stroke of the 90th minute. There's Mantum as well, another player that will be coming in July, but it was an easy penalty, easy decision, and I was going to let Ball take it, but Vaca was already on it. We needed the goal. We didn't want to lose this match, so he actually buried it just underneath the crossbar, and we actually got 1 point out of this game. Luckily, because it was it's not like I was actually falling behind in that game. It was just the case that their keeper just saved everything I threw at him. And luckily, he couldn't save that penalty. And we actually finished 1-1. Chambers in the first half for them. And a 90th minute penalty from Vaca, to earn us a point from that game. And we're going into our final game of the episode now. And we're at home to Doncaster. And before this game, they were actually bragging about how good our home record was. We were actually on 40 odd points just from home alone. And I hate those stats because those only come up when the game kind of throws some shit at you, if you know what I mean. We've had it in the past where the game's just thrown shit. We've just been EA'd all over, and that's essentially what this game was. Because you'll see here, in the first chance, look at Nelson here. What is he doing? He passes it straight to Engesson. Engesson passes it to Ashley Williams, and Williams buries it in the 3rd minute. Let me rephrase that again. The 3rd minute. We were down 1-0 within 3 minutes of kickoff. And, I was annoyed with Nelson. I was ready to sub him off at this point. But I knew that it's probably not a wise idea to do it before half-time. And we actually go 2-0 down. I think the first time in God knows how long we go 2-0 down is Engesson wins a header. It loops over Gogic. Gogic doesn't even try to save it. And it's one of those where you know it's going in, and the keeper just watches it like he's going over. And I don't get what the keeper AI was doing there. But Nelson was on the wing yet again, and Mikowski just didn't even try and push Engesson off the ball there. But we actually come one back here just before half time as I think it was Sarcevic playing through. No, it was David Ball, playing through Jimmy Ryan. And Jimmy Ryan was actually pissing me off at this point because he had a really bad game in the last game, and he had a really bad game in this game, and this was the only good thing he actually did throughout the whole 90 minutes. But that's how he went into the half. Ashley Williams in the 4th, Engesson in the 21st, and Jimmy Ryan for us in the 39th. And yep, I couldn't believe what was going on. and this just cemented it as Kedziora plays Nathaniel Tyson onside, and they go 3-1 up in the 77th minute. Like, I can't remember the last time I actually conceded 3 goals in a match. Like, I genuinely can't remember the last time I conceded this many goals in a match. And of course, it was Richard Chaplow organising everything. Like, if you remember, like, way on into the earlier in the season, Richard Chaplow got a double against me to get a 2-2 draw in this fixture. But Sarcevic here with a brilliant finish in the 90th minute. It was out of desperation, that shot, really, and it actually went in. So Sarcevic actually produced the goods yet again, and that is literally how the game is going to finish. Just after this replay, you're going to see the final graphic, and yep, 3-2. That is our first loss in a long, long time. But yeah, we got 2 draws and a loss in this episode, but we did win the Capital One Cup. I said it again, the St. Johnstone Paint Trophy. But here we go with a training session. I didn't speed this up. I don't know why I didn't speed this up. But here we go. We've got Gozzi, Kiwomya and Gogic. You can see that they're all... Gozzi's actually going up almost to a 70 already. But that is it for this episode. Make sure to leave a like for our cup win. Subscribe if you haven't already. And you know what, guys? See you later.